I'm Carl,
I'm Riley.
and this is the Tasting Room, where today we're going to try different quality vodkas in the Cosmo.
Yep. So Carl, tell me about a Cosmo because I have never had one.
You've never had one?
Never.
Okay, so let's backtrack just a little bit with your question. I'll answer your question here in a second, okay?
Okay.
Do you know where the Cosmo, what made the Cosmo famous?
Sex in the City.
Sex and the City. What's the other thing that came popular from Sex and the City? The name Aiden.
Oh!
So, there's a bunch of 10-year-old boys, well, ages of 8 to 14, that are named Aiden because of Sex and the City.
Yep.
So, yes, you are correct. Sex and the City made the Cosmo pretty darn famous. It's already been a drink around. I don't know the history of it because I don't really drink them.
I think it was in the 90s.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
no,
the
that it
drink's
was
been
a-
around for a while. Sex and the City was out in the 90s.
I know, but it's a fairly modern cocktail. It's not been around for, it's not like a classic been around
Right, it's
forever,
not like an old-fashioned.
as far as what I've read.
But it's a very basic cocktail. There's not a whole lot to it. But today we're going to find out, do one of these liquors make the Cosmo better or worse, or just does it even matter? And we are going to be doing, what you want to list off the vodkas that we're going to be trying today?
Do you want to help me? You're going to be in the middle of everything?
He needs the loves.
Yep. So we have Fleischmann's.
Which costs us $8.99, which is your well vodka. Now, actually, this is not the well vodka you can get in Iowa. This is over in Illinois, but I'm assuming it's the same well vodka. We get Hawkeye vodka as our well, but
Good old Marshalltown.
yeah.
And then we have Tito's and Grey Goose, both of which we have established are one of our favorites and not. But Grey Goose, I feel like, would have a good flavor profile for a Cosmo.
Right, from our last episode where we talked, not the last episode, for a previous episode
Yes.
where we talked about vodka flavors and profiles. So the Cosmo recipe I used is from Drinkology. This book is really great because there's no fluff. And I don't mean that in a negative way. There's just the cocktails and that's it.
Yeah.
So-
Fluff is good sometimes.
Right. Yeah,
But
it's fine.
when you're looking for a recipe for a cocktail, you don't want to read a million pages before you get to what you
Yeah,
want.
it's super thick, but it's got, again, just a lot of, you can't see what I'm looking at. But anyways, it's a lot of cocktails, super easy to get to. It's priced very reasonably. This costs, it says $25, but I'm pretty sure I did not pay that $25. So anyways, that's where I got the recipe. The recipe is, they say 2 ounces of lemon vodka, but I'm not aware of low, medium, high end lemon vodkas. The only ones I can think of off the top of my head would be Absolute Lemon.
Pretty sure Smirnoff has one.
Okay,
Pearl might have one.
maybe.
And the one in Pinnacle? No, the one in the blue bottle that's not Sky.
Oh, Ciroc.
Nope. That's a clear bottle with blue on it. But they definitely have a
one.
lemon.
So I guess what I'm getting at is, well, the store I pick up our liquor from did not have three flavor profiles of lemon vodka. So we just used 3 normal ones. So anyways,
And also, we will never drink lemon vodka.
nope. 3 bottles of it especially. Woof.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but that'd take us forever.
Yeah, but we don't make enough drinks with it, just
Right.
like on a day-to-day.
Yep. So 2 ounces of vodka, 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, half an ounce of lime juice, and 1.5 ounces of cranberry juice. They say to garnish with a lemon, but since we did not use lemon vodka, I just garnished with the lime. I think the contrast, red and green, Christmas time, looks great. So again, as in most of our videos, you don't know what vodka is in which vessel. These are all made the same. The only difference is the vodka
In the shape of the glass.
and the shape of the glass. Again, just so I can remember which one is in which.
Do you remember?
I hope so. This is the first video for today, so I should remember these.
I would hope so.
I hope so too. So we're going to go through them all, try them, and then we're going to talk about them, and you're going to try to guess which one is which.
Oh boy.
Oh
Here we
boy.
go.
So here we go. Which one do we start with?
I feel like I always start my right to left, so I'm going to start with the middle one this time.
You're going to start with the champagne glass.
Yes.
Okay. I will say this about the Cosmo though. It's always a good looking It's always a good looking
very
drink.
pretty. It's very pretty. It's pink.
You know, and it is normally served, if you're not really familiar with these, it's served in a martini glass.
Yes. Usually.
Usually.
Unless you end up being somewhere where somebody orders a Cosmo and it comes in a rocks glass. Because I've seen that.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
But that's where all drinks are nothing above $5 usually.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. What do you like about it?
I like the concept of the drink. I like it tastes nice. I don't want to drink a million of them, but I wouldn't not order it.
You would.
I wouldn't not order it if it was an option and I was not feeling like I wanted any of the other options. I would drink a Cosmo.
It would be definitely like a great, like, this would be the first drink of the night. To kind of get the palate going, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Summer for sure. Summertime.
Maybe.
I guess the cranberry would be good for a fall, you know. So, but anyways, the flavor.
I would drink that pretty much any time.
You can taste the cranberry. You can taste the lime.
Yeah.
I
don't particularly taste any of the vodka, which, as we know, is kind of like what I like about cocktails. I like it's there, but it's not. It doesn't burn.
Right.
It isn't overly present. It doesn't overpower everything else in the drink. It's very limey.
Yep.
But I like lime, so I'm not mad about it.
I can definitely taste some ethanol in there from the vodka itself, but I can't pull out of like which one of these three could that possibly be. Again, that's our first one, so maybe drinking all three, I'll be able to figure it out.
Right, and as we said in our previous episode with vodka, it's supposed to be neutral. You're not supposed to be able to taste it in the cocktail, so I'm curious if I can taste it at all, if any difference.
Sure.
So now we're going to go with the martini glass.
Okay.
Get the cat's tail out of my way. Oh, okay. Is this where we're going to be now?
For now.
For now.
Things might change.
This one tastes more cranberry-y.
Okay.
It's a little bit smoother as far as the bite goes.
You think so?
Like the bite of the lime, and it's not as tart.
Okay. I definitely think right now I think there's 4 phases to this to a Cosmo that we're drinking right now.
Right.
You got the sweetness from the cranberry, or more tartness, I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Then second phase is the vodka. Then the third phase for me is the lime, and I can then at the end I can taste the Cointreau because the cognac is in there.
Right.
Now that's very faint and subtle and off to the side.
Yeah, and I feel like for me that it just combines, and I just taste citrus.
Sure.
Versus lime. Yep. I taste more lime than I taste orange, which is what Cointreau is, right?
Right. Orange liqueur with cognac. Yep. But definitely, I think there's a bigger bite in this one.
Yeah.
You mean the vodka phase? I think so.
Let me try again because I can't taste it.
It's fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it seems like there's 4 phases going on.
Yeah, but it finishes with cranberry for me.
Right. And in case anyone wants to know, this is not a generic cranberry. I went and spent $7 on like a little 32-ounce glass thing in the organic section. So this is not like your ocean fresh cranberry juice, which is watered down. Ocean spray, yeah. So again, it's the same cranberry juice. It's just there's probably a little bit more cranberry flavor.
Yeah, it tastes more like real cranberries instead of concentrate.
Right, which was crazy. There was a $22 bottle sitting right next to this one. I ain't spending no $22 on cranberry juice.
I want to shake hands with the farmer that harvested the cranberries. If I'm going to pay $24,
I would love to try what a $22 cranberry tastes like, but I'm not spending the money on it. So okay, so let's go with number 3 then, which is in a tall Collins glass. I guess all Collins glasses are tall. Really?
I don't like it. It doesn't blend.
I 100% agree. Out of all the three, this is the one that
you
just
taste
doesn't.
every component by itself with nothing else.
Yep.
And I do not. Mm-mm.
It is definitely my least favorite out of the three.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Nope.
You want to try them all again, or you think you have it dialed in?
Okay, let's try this one
Okay.
again.
We're trying the martini glass again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Oliver, let's figure this out, buddy. No. That's not part of the experiment. No,
but
that's
I
not.
Want to try it to
No. If you're doing that,
can I at least smell the vodka?
No.
Can I at least smell it?
No. That's not. This is not the game. Like, you can't sit there and get a little peek into the world. You've already tried those.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
It was last week.
All right. Well, if I can't try them, then I guess I can guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the Collins glass is the Fleischmann's.
Okay.
I think champagne glass is Grey Goose.
Okay.
Yep. And the martini glass is Tito's.
Okay. Now.
Why?
No. Well, I mean, sure. Why? Why do you think that? Why do you think?
Very distinct alcohol flavor. Very. I don't know. It tasted cheap.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because it didn't combine.
It tasted like it wasn't meant to be drank.
It was meant to run old school cars, Model Ts.
Yeah. Whoa. Grey Goose and Tito's.
So you're just saying, like, in your mind, those two should just blend together well, and that's just how you think those flavor profiles go.
Yeah, I mean, since this one is sweeter, or since the martini glass is sweeter, I think it's Tito's because Tito's is a little sweeter.
Okay, so
maybe.
If you were, which one do you prefer? Which one do you like out of the three? Obviously, we know you're not going to like the Tom Collins one.
Martini glass.
You like the martini glass. So in your mind, you like the one which you think that has Tito's in it.
I mean, maybe I just
that's
like there was really an arbitrary reason I chose.
Sure.
But I liked this one better. I liked that it's sweeter, but not too sweet.
Right.
I like that it blends well.
Right.
And I like that like all of the flavors are there, but not separate from each other.
Sure. Okay. So if we had to break this down, what you would pay per the cocktail in a restaurant, whatever, bar, we're using the cranberry I used. The Fleischmann's probably would be about $5. Again, the cranberries kind of raised the price that I bought, so $5. The Tito's would definitely be $8, and I would definitely say the Grey Goose would be $10 if you were to pay how I made these in a restaurant, just for the margin purposes. You got 0 correct.
That's not surprising at all.
Okay, I'm going to put them in the order of what they are, okay?
Okay.
Close your eyes.
I already closed my eyes before you said close your eyes.
Well, open them. how crazy is that, right? That the one that we both did not like at all was the Grey Goose. And the one they're like, I like this one, is the $8 bottle of vodka. But I will honestly say, this. I already knew which ones, and I'm giving you my honest opinion. This one ain't that bad, man. I would not mind this.
So I bagged on.
There's definitely a little bite in this.
There is, but it's
not bad.
It's an expected vodka bite in a vodka cocktail.
Right. Maybe this vodka's better than we're giving out.
Maybe. Maybe.
But on a $9 price point for that, you know, it's crazy, right? It's insane.
I have bagged on Grey Goose a lot in my time, and I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt, thinking it'd be good in a Cosmo. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do these videos, right? We blind test you. You know, we don't blind test you. We give you the blind test. I was
blind tested, yeah.
You know, and try to pick it out. You already know. And that's why I didn't want you to try them. Because if you try it, then you might be able to pull it out and figure it out, you know. But again, it's just insane to think that it doesn't. But again, it's also showing that the cranberry, that this drink is pretty much well made in a whole, that you don't need an expensive liquor to make it taste good.
Right.
I think it does matter your cranberry juice, because that is your major flavor component in it.
Right.
That you use fresh lime.
Yeah, maybe if we had used ocean spray.
Right. Maybe that would change things up. You know, I mean, obviously when you go to most restaurants, well, maybe restaurants, it's hard to know. But like
Cocktail
bars, you're going to get cranberry out of the gun.
Right.
Which is just bag with CO2 in it.
Yeah.
No, it's not even CO2. It's just whatever comes out of a gun. Which is going to be basically your ocean spray type cranberries. It's lighter, not as, you know, fresh. So again, who knows? But I definitely think that if we did this with a cranberry gun, I bet we'd get the same results.
Probably.
I don't think that's going to change the difference.
How many drinks are we going to try with Grey Goose?
All of them. We're gonna do whiskey sours and put Grey Goose to the battle.
And see if I hate it.
It's crazy. I want to meet their marketing team. Okay, so if you don't know, my day job is a marketing manager for a brewery. And, you know, it's a fun job and stuff like that. But man, these guys, I want to meet them. I want to shake their hand, learn every piece of nugget that they understand.
Right.
It has to do with the bottle. The bottles. It's
gorgeous.
It's one of the best looking bottles. So we were talking about this the other day. How much do you think the cost of this is the bottle? Right? Like they have to, even though they probably order millions of these per year from whoever they get it from, it still costs money. Yeah,
it has to be more. But I mean, Belvedere has the same frosted glass.
But they're the same price point almost. This is like
that's
$2 more. They're in the same. They're in the 35 mid-range price point per bottle for the 750 ml.
I don't know, but I guess I'll drink a Fleischmann's Cosmo.
I guess I'm gonna take one for the team again, babe. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.